There we go. It's almost one piece again. So it's digging up a few more pieces. Looking for the deck lid flat bars. Need 2 of those to bolt deck lid hinges on and stuff. And we just got done cleaning up and painting this front end. This is a gem. I think it's what it's called. GBM something. I think Johnny Marks has got one of these. They're a Chinese beam with the adjusters built into the tubes there. You know, they're not welded in, they're manufactured that way. They're pretty decent. So that's what Scooter gave me to put in there. That's what we're going to put in. Got the tranny and all that put in the other day. Got some wheels and tires on there, got it rolling. And pretty much think I'm ready to start buffing. I got to do a little more paint work on the insides of the doors. And that's it. That's about it. I got these. I got a starter to bolt on there. A new starter. Got to clean it up and bolt that on the transmission. And I don't have any fuel tank, any fuel lines, anything like that. I got to do a little trim work, clean up under the gas tank area there. Who lets you outside, Missy? Huh? That's Missy cruising. Anyway, that's what we've been up to today. Hans helped me work on that a little bit before he went on his date night. He got it cleared out in here. Gonna do that Harley Davidson tomorrow. The guy gave me the wrong color paint last time and I painted it. But I think I'm gonna have to use shot blend clear on it, so I don't know how that'll turn out. It'll be my first time using that. And I really like this kind. This is the AG40 we used the other day. I know Matt likes to do the cup test. There you go, that's from the other day. So that's pretty good for clear. Usually clear cracks open and shrinks down pretty quick. So that's 3 days old. Yeah, painted that stuff on Friday night. So there you go. Fits pretty tight still on the cup. So I noticed their primer does shrink though. They're 2K. And I abused it. I let it dry for about 2 hours and paint over it. But anyway, here's where we go. That's our tag light cover. And like I said, we'll get that Harley in here tomorrow. Quart of paint for that was $600. So it ought to match this time. I hope. They got the paint from Harley Davidson, so should be good to go. Usually that's like a DVC PPG kind of thing, so should be a base coat, clear coat. I don't know if it'll have a candy on it or not, or if it'll just be a base. I'll have to wait and see till tomorrow. But yeah, so you guys see Pete's video on grease and wax remover. There you go. What did he say? Grims? I forget the name of the chemical he said that was in there. I'll have to check that stuff out, but that explains what's wrong with Matt over that Shut Face Garage, because he loves this stuff. He likes to spray it on there like clear and play in it and rub his hand in it, drink it. So there you go, Matt. We understand now. If you didn't watch Pete's video, go check that out. There's some chemical in that grease and wax remover that's really bad for you, supposedly. I wouldn't doubt it. Anyway, I usually use gloves, and I do like the glass cleaner approach too, right here. This is what I like to use for decontamination. You know, it's got a nice fragrance to it. It's ammonia free, so it doesn't mess with any of your plastic parts, you know, and you just, you know, spray it on there, and this 9 times out of 10 will take more contaminants off the car than that grease and wax remover. You know, I found that the grease and wax remover is really limited to what it does, you know, but the glass cleaner and the alcohol approach works pretty damn good. I know PPG has some this is called MX8000. That's the Matrix brand, but PPG has the 330, and they have some really bad stuff called 440. And that 440 is some potent stuff, man. We used to use that to take off glue and stuff like that, you know, like it from moldings. So yeah, check that video out before you start handling a lot of grease and wax remover. And I wouldn't doubt his information. Looked like he had his piece sheets there, you know. It's always good when somebody reads it to you right out of the book. Usually the book doesn't lie, especially about the bad stuff. It's always bad though. I always thought isocyanates were the worst thing for you because they get hard in your lungs, you know, and that's never any good when that happens. I used to have a couple friends that worked at Coca-Cola, and they used to use Emeron to paint Coke trucks. And I had a friend that worked there, and he died painted a Coke truck, and his respirator was bad. And what they use Emeron? Yes, they used to use Emeron. And went home, sat in his chair, you know, drank a beer, and his wife found him sitting in the chair the next morning dead. So all that shit hardened up in his lungs, catalyzed. Yep. So yeah, I gotta dig out some black tomorrow. I got a roof to do at the old city there on Expedition. So we gotta go knock that out, and I gotta do it as cheap as possible. I've been trying to do all that stuff as cheap as I can. Got some 42 clear there, so I'm just trying to dig up some different stuff. Anyway, but yeah, and the other thing I gotta do is get a check valve for my compressor here. I gotta get this thing fixed. So I saw a guy on YouTube that I watch every once in a while, Bill T. Max. I don't know if you guys check him out. He's a friend of Adam's, Logging Life, and you know, hangs out with those guys. But he built him a badass rig there, compressor, and he had his pressure switch hooked all up, and the pressure switch was on the top of his tank there, you know, and he was trying to do some stuff, come out of the compressor with a hose, and it was bleeding out of the, you know, the vent and out of the box. And man, I learned from YouTubers 9 times out of 10 when that happens, the check valve's bad in the tank. It lets the air out of the tank back into the head of the compressor and back feeds through the pressure switch and out of this vent right here. I had this snap-on compressor somebody gave to me. They dropped it, and they got a new compressor because somebody told them the reed valves were bad in it. Another YouTuber was nice enough to build me the pump motor there and the electric motor, and I put on this tank, and when I hooked it all up, I had the same exact problem that I had with my other compressor. It was you know, leaking air out of this vent here and leaking out of the top, and replaced the check valve at Granger's. It's like 13 bucks. This little valve that goes right here that the compressor pumps through, keeps the air from coming back up into the compressor. Anyway, caught the door. That was going about 100 miles an hour. Could have been bad. The whole building could have fell in on us. But anyway, I think that was what was going on with Billy, was the check valve was bad on his big rig that he made there. So I don't know, we'll have to see. I'll make another video when he figures that out, but you guys should go over there. You guys should help me out. So you go over there, Bill T. Max, and look at his compressor video, and somebody that can articulate that onto Google Plus should let him know that check that check valve out, because I think that's what's wrong with his compressor. And I don't know him good enough to call him on the phone and talk to him. So anyway, I hate to see that happen. I know he spent like 800 bucks, and pretty sure that he used a used tank, and the check valve's usually the issue there. So hopefully somebody can relay that to him and he can check that valve out. I got mine at Granger, that's what we have here in the US. And yeah, I walked in there and they had one. Boom, yeah, we got it. 13 bucks. Hey Missy, what are you doing? You want to be on YouTube? Can you sit? Sit. Good girl. Oh, he's a pretty pink dog. Oh, look, your cats have been scratching you, huh? Are you a pretty pink dog? Are you a pink pig? Are you a pink pig? gonna be Thanksgiving. We're gonna have big turkey. How'd you get all dirty? I just gave you a bath. You got spots all over you again. Huh? Yeah. What are you looking for? What are you looking for, kitty cat? Huh? Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Ooh. So that's Missy there. That's my little sweetheart. Yep. You're gonna sleep with Daddy tonight because it's cold, okay? Yeah. Alright guys, let me go ahead and shut this down. Oh, I was working on this bus today too. I got the flywheel back on there. I did a flywheel video, an actual I did an actual how to install a flywheel video. It got really long and there's like 3 or 4 of them. Kept messing up, and Hans has got to edit that. Yeah, and I might show how to put the oil cooler seals in, because some people, you know, want to know that stuff. And I just don't think about turning the camera on. But anyway, got to reseal the oil cooler there. The oil cooler was brand new. One thing I will recommend to my viewers, I don't know where it went. Haven't been able to find it anywhere on the motor. There's no evidence of it anywhere. But this was a brand new cooler. And they have that little styrofoam foam piece glued on. Looks like they used plenty of glue too, to me. You can see where it used to be, and it's gone. Don't know where it's at. So that disappeared. So if you buy a brand new cooler, you might want to pull the foam off of it and settle for a little bit of air leak around the cooler. Might be better than that thing disappearing into the fan somewhere. But anyway, we got the alternator stand put on there, and I got to clean the carburetors up, and I bought some fuel line, some Type 2 cloth fuel line for it. Bought a turn signal for my bus, a lens, and then here's this mount, what's left of it, Swiss cheese there. I got to go borrow a friend's welder. My welder was acting up, and this thing needs to be pretty sturdy, but all this gets cut out from here to here, all this, and then I'll put a bead here, a bead on the back, and then weld the ends onto this piece with 1x2. And then I think the merged exhaust should fit on there. We should have it after that. Of course, we'll have to slide it in. I'll probably mock it up without the sheet metal, slide the motor in there real quick. Make sure my transmission height and all that stuff's good. None of that should have changed anyway. You know, all I did was weld this piece to the mount, and I'm going to cut this out where the J-tubes go through, and the mount will just be a little lower. And then I'll cut corners off, cap everything, and weld all that back up so it's not open. Yeah, because they're sort of hollow inside. They have tubing where the bolts go through, but the whole structure's actually hollow. So we'll make some caps for here. Cap that, cap that. Actually, I'm pretty sure that this whole section is going to go away. So basically, we're just going to put some caps here, a cap here, and then it'll be welded all the way across. It's welded here. It'll be welded here, and welded on the back side. Welded on the back side. Welded on the back side. And that should do it. So had trimmed that. That was a couple hours a day messing with that. Put a new clutch disc in there, a new seal, and resealed the alternator stand because that was a generator motor before. So that's where we're at. So this is looking pretty good. It's got it all together, and haven't buffed it yet, but probably give it another couple days. And like I said, just going to wheel it with some 2000 because it doesn't need much. It's pretty slick, it's pretty clean. And you see the cat in there, I think. I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. If you can't, there he is, Milo. That's Moo Moo, Shamu. But anyway, so that's what's happening. Hopefully this thing will go bye-bye soon, and we can dig this out of the Bermuda Triangle, as Matt likes to refer to it as. So we got to get this out of here. do some stuff to it. And yeah, so Angel was asking if I still had this. And, still got it. Need some brake parts. Got to get some brake calipers, maybe some new rotors. I don't know. All the tie rods and stuff still look good. Just got to clean all that up. And I bought some urethane boots down there, and then all the bushings on this car are aluminum, no urethane. So it's old school, you know, hot rod. Anyway, and it's got frame connectors and stuff like that, so it's not the quietest ride, but it goes down the road pretty cool. I'm used to driving Volkswagen, so anything's quiet to me. Anyway, this stuff feels pretty sticky still. I used some of this stuff, and wasn't sure how to mix it. So I put a little of this, a little of that in there, and eventually I figured it'll dry. Shit on the side of the can's dry. And nobody probably put hardener in that. It's pretty cold tonight. That's about 60 degrees. G2017. So, what do you think? Looks like good stuff to me. Get out. Come on. You're causing a mess. Come on. What do you want, man? Get out of here. Already fed you guys. You guys got the whole neighborhood, and you want to congregate in my garage. What is it? What's going on with you kitty cats? Socrates right there. He'll just lay low. He doesn't get up on stuff. But anyway, that's what's happening. And I got to put a water pump on that old fine truck there. Andrea's ride. She's driving my car, so I got to get her out of my Titan. She's been smoking in there and driving with the window down, so can't have that. Anyway, I sort of detailed that door and fender. I had to clean the rest of the truck up and get the water pump put on there and get her back on the road. So let me shut this down. It's getting long, 17 minutes. Holy crap, where's the time go? Probably making YouTube videos. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and it'll be at the city. I got that expedition, so that'll be fun in the cold. At least it's a roof. It can't run anywhere. Take it easy.